When it comes to discipline, everyone says starting doing something until you put your mind into the present. And then after you put your mind into the present, you can build discipline. But do you know why we're gonna give up after a few days? Why do we often avoid tasks that we know that they are important, beneficial, but still we're gonna make a lot of excuses or ignore them completely? Even we push ourselves to complete these tasks, we aren't able to do it. Many of us set goals, plan to finish tasks, and begin with enthusiasm, only to realize after a few days or weeks that we cannot do them anymore. We can't force ourselves to continue. Why does this happen? Our brains naturally prefer activities that they are easy and pleasurable, like gaming or watching movies, over harder repetitive tasks like waking up early, studying, or exercising, which are headable to everyone. Nobody wants to do them. But why it is so challenging for our minds to prioritize effortful tasks over enjoyable ones? When we talk about discipline, for everyone is the same. Building discipline is achieved through repetition, positive actions, and doing it until it becomes a habit. Discipline supports the creation of a good habit, and those habits sustain discipline in return. And after a period of time, we may perform tasks without needing motivation. But even after a long period of consistency, force, and pressure to build a habit, we break it in one day. There is a rule from James Clear which states, a habit missed once is a mistake, but a habit missed twice is the start of a new habit. So when we miss a habit for 2 days, you have to start it again. A small shift in our emotions or circumstances often lead us to miss the habits for a few days or entirely abandon the habit that you worked so hard to implement it on yourself. Building a habit is tough and takes months, while breaking it happens so easily. This is because over time our mind feels caged by routines that don't provide any intrinsic enjoyment. The moment we find a reason to escape, we will escape without hesitation. Forcing ourselves to maintain a habit through pressure or external reward doesn't work in a long period of time. Imagine a child who only does their homework to earn a reward, but after a while, the prize loses its appeal, and the child prefers play over doing homework. Similarly, when we rely solely on external motivators like rewards to maintain habits, they crumble when those rewards lose their power. Habit and discipline are powerful tools, but they are not the whole story. Sure, they're gonna help us stay consistent and get things done, but they only can take us so far. When life gets tough, when motivation fades, when routines are disrupted, or when the work feels meaningless, habits and discipline alone often crumble. Why? Because they are just actions. What really keeps us going is the reason behind those actions. That is where a deep why comes in. Your why is more than a goal. It is the emotional, personal, and meaningful driver of what you do. It is what gives you efforts, purpose. Without it, tasks become chore, and even the most well-built habits feel hollow. As Friedrich Nietzsche said, he who has a why to live can bear almost anyhow. The same applies to our everyday lives. If you know your why, you will find the strength to preserve even the hardest moments. Think about it like this. Why do you really wake up early to study or exercise? It is just to check something off of your list. It is because you want to create a better future for yourself or set an example for someone you care about. When your actions are tied to something meaningful, they stop being a burden and become a part of something bigger. To find your why, ask yourself these questions. What truly matters to me? What kind of person do I want to become? Who I am doing this for? What impact do I want to leave on the world? Life is unpredictable, routines get disrupted, motivation comes and goes, and some days feel harder than others. A strong why acts like an anchor. Even when the winds of change hit you, you won't drift away because you know what you are working toward. When your why is clear, even the most toughest tasks gonna be meaningful to you and they're gonna be easy for you. In a state that you feel you're gonna need to force yourself to do something, you're just gonna do it because you know why you're doing it. There is a quote that says, when you know your why, your what has more impact because you are walking in or toward your purpose. Motivation gets you started, habits keeps you going, but purpose sustains you through to the storm. To create lasting change, it is essential to combine habit and discipline with a deeper understanding of our personal motivation. Ask yourself, why does this goal matter to me? What will it bring to my life or the life of those who I care about? When your actions are tied to a meaningful purpose, you build not just habit, but a lifestyle that is resilient to challenges and change. This combination of discipline, habits, and purpose is what allows us to stay consistent, adapt to difficulties, and ultimately achieve our goals.